Right, hello there folks, this is another kit video for the R&G kit, kindly donated by R&G, one of our sponsors, as you can see. Right, this video is going to be covering the engine and clutch case sliders on this side, and this side. Invaluable. I've had an off last year and these things were fantastic, really good bits of kit. And also is the front, there you go, front fork protectors. Can also be used as paddock stand bobbins, and the rear bobbin stands. Again, these can help to protect your rear swing arm. Great bits of kit. And what we've also got is the Radiator Guard, which is tucked up in here, and I'll cover the fitting of that in a minute. As you can see, I'm wrapped up. It's December, it's Baltic, we're about a week before Christmas. Let's get going. Right, firstly, these engine case slider protectors, very straightforward to fit. You simply take them out of the packaging. You'll see there's some holes pre-drilled and you get the bolts with them. Where these bolts are on the original bolts, just slide these out. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, pull them out, you've got replacement bolts. Take your oil filler cap off, locate the R&G slider over the top, push it in home, make sure you've got them all lined up here, and then very loosely just start putting in your bolts, the bolts that come with the R&G slider. Pop them in, just twist them till they start to grip. Do that all round, so I would do maybe that one first, then that one, then opposites, if you see what I mean. Screw them in, make sure they're all starting to bite, and once they start to bite, start tightening them, but don't tighten one all the way before you do the others. Do them all bit by bit, systematically, and you'll find that the casing is kind of just brought nice and tight over the top. But you don't want to do them up too tight. What you might find is that the first couple of times you do this, couple of times you go out and ride, I've found that when I've done it, I've had a little bit of fluid leakage. All you need to do is just tighten up the bolts, tighten them up, and eventually you get your nice seal, because this does seem to become slightly palatable, or malleable, if that's the word I'm looking for, when it gets hot. You know, it's plastic, or a composite of a plastic. Yeah, and that's it. And you just do exactly the same on the other side, and that is you ready to go. All in all, probably take you at a leisurely pace 20 minutes and they'll be fitted. Rear paddock stand bobbins, these are really easy to fit. As you can see, these just fit into these holes already pre-drilled in the rear swing arm, and this is a Suzuki GSX-R1000. It's quite a chunky Allen key you need. Size 6, this one, as you can see. It's an Allen key head. Nice and easy, simple as, just locate her in, wait till it bites, yeah, screw, tight, nice and tight, and that is it. Simple as, can't go wrong with that one. Other side's exactly the same. Another thing we've got is the R&G shock tube, or shock sock I think it's called. Great bit of kit, as you can see there, nice and easy to fit. Just comes with some cable ties top and bottom. Wrap around, cable tie the bottom, pull her tight, cable tie the top, job done. Just keeps all the grot and the grit and everything off your shock. Lovely bit of kit. Right, the tools you'll need to fit the Radiator Guard are this. You're going to need Allen key, which I think is about a size 4, I think it is, and some sort of flat-ended screwdriver. just to get these sort of plugs out. Okay, so all we've got to do is first of all you just have to loosen off the bolts. So there's one here, one there, one there. There's a plug down here, there's a couple of plugs along here, and another one there, another one. So that's what we'll do first. We'll just loosen off the screws, and then I'll show you how to get the plugs out. Right, so that's all the screws out from here, 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 and here. Remember to keep these safe because you are screwed if you lose these. Right, next you have, apologies about the state of this bike. I washed it a couple of days ago, but I've been out on her. She is bogging. Right, you can see you've got a plug there, holds on this structure strip. There's one there. There's a plug down in here which you access from underneath, and then we've also got, you're not going to be able to see them, but there's some plugs here, and I think another one down here somewhere. Okay, so said plugs, easiest way, get a spade end screwdriver. You might be able to see here, don't know, but there's a small lip. Just get it under the lip and pop out like that, simple as. Pull it out, and that's it. You can see that's the little lip I was telling you about. Just slide the spade end under there. That pops it up and you can pull it out. You can see how it works, can't you? It's simple. Simple as. Locate it back in, push this down, and that's it, nice and secure. Okay, so I'll just go and do that again for this one and the ones up here. Right, now comes the removal of the fairing. There's a couple of plugs inside the fairing, round about here. I think there's another one down round about, somewhere around about here on the inside. They're just like locator plugs. So you just have to give it quite a hefty tug to get that off. But once you've got all the bolts off, then don't be worried about it. You have to be a little bit friendly with it to get it out. So here we go. In here, you can see there's a coolant. Now, in there, there's a sort of plastic cradle built into the fairing. So you just have to that's it, fairing off. These are the little plugs I was telling you about. These are located there, as you can see where that hole is, and another one there. These help to hold all the fairings together. You can see how they work. Right, the next stage, once you've got one of the fairings off so you can access the radiator, the kit comes with a whole selection of cable ties and these foam strips. These foam strips go in the back of the radiator guard just to give it a little bit of protection. And you've got to cut these into 10mm strips, so that's roughly halfway. So, we'll grab that in a second, it's getting a bit windy now. So yeah, roughly into half, so about 10mm. Cut away, job done. Okay, so it's roughly 2 10mm strips. Do that for both pieces. 4 bits. Okay, next bit, nice and straightforward. You're just attaching these foam pieces to the back of the radiator guard. So that's so nice and easy. Just peel off the sticker at the back, a bit of paper, That's it. Radiator on bolt. Job done. Now, one thing forgot to mention, these bottom lug pieces here and here, they locate into the original bolts, just under the original bolts under the radiator, which are here and over here. Right. Jumped ahead a little bit here because it was a wee bit tricky doing it by myself, but these bolts under here, see these original bolts there, it's the original ones. You just loosen them off, don't need to go too far, a couple of mil, just so that you can squeeze the two lugs there and there, squeeze them in, push them in, they go in nice and tight. It's a good little fit, it's beautiful. Once that's done, tighten the bolts back up both sides, and that holds the bottom in place. Yeah, as you can see, that's it. Cable tied at the top. There, and then just cut off this excess here, and the same on the other side there, and then that's you done. And that is the R&G Radiator Guard. All do now, put the fairing back on, bring on the Sahara, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, bring it on. Right, getting these plugs back in, I find the easiest way is just to pop the inner section out, so you're just left with that. Now, get the plug, push the plug in through the hole. I'll not show you the bottom because it is bogging, needs a damn good clean, this bike. And then push that in, home, and that's that one in. And lastly, you're not going to be able to see any of this, but these little plugs, there's two sections on the other side of this, about here, and another one further along about here. On the inside, you access them from up inside here, but it's too dark for me to show you. But basically they do the same thing. You can pop out the internal plug, like so. There's the two bits there. Pop that one down safe. Do the same thing with the second plug. This one just goes in here. Some out. Yeah. Fairing's back on. So as you can see, it's a bit fiddly. The fiddliest part of the fitting the R&G Radiator Guard is getting the fairings on and off, and that, you know, do it a few times, you'll have it down to a T. Shouldn't take you long. Whole thing, fitting the clutch covers, the bobbins, the radiator guard, hour and a half. I say thank you very much to the R&G chaps. Fantastic that you've come on board. Really appreciate your support, and great bits of kit, folks. Have a look. rngracing.com. Cheers now. Bye bye.